We're at the mobile home investment property today, and we're going to finish up some small jobs around the house. In the last video, we built some floor transition pieces, and I can't wait to see if they're going to fit and if I built them right. But before we install them, I just have to show it because this came out so nice. Can you flick that light on? I can't even show how clean this finish is. I love it.
Yeah, and I like the matte finish. Sometimes I'm not a fan of shiny things.
And I was worried that this would be too yellow or too warm for
Actually, this
for the
looks
floor.
yellow too.
Yeah, it looks really good just from here. I think it's going to match awesomely. So I'm going to get these in place. We're going to start with that, and then we'll roll through and see what else we can get done. Somebody had mentioned that our dining room light here was way too low. Since you guys are here, I'll just mention it quick. It is 3 inches too low. So let's start here with the first piece. I had to make this one kind of unique, 2 different heights, because this is going to go over the floor, but this one has to go over a shim that I have at the door threshold. What we're trying to do is fill up this gap right here from the finished flooring to the door. Okay, it's hitting the door things here where they stick out, but it's almost there. Okay. Things might mess it up. Like this stuff that's flared up. Some of these wrinkles. But once it's nailed down, it might be better. Yeah, I think it'll be fine once it's pushed down.
Done.
Yep, and we can fill those holes and make it blend in. So there it is, door sealed up. We can put some sealant, some silicone right along this edge between the door and the wood and make sure all of this is sealed up nicely, but that one works. The next one is tile to floor. Built this one. Let me show you. Now, the idea is that it should float over the floor. I made it a little snug, but that's okay. And it'll leave enough of a gap between the tile and the wood that I can fill it with some color matched sealant. So I think that's gonna work. You see that little gap right there? All right, my last piece is this little expansion gap between these 2 floors. We're just going to cover it with this simple strip. And now, ideally, I almost wish I had some double sticky tape or something to hold that down, but we're just going to brad nail it. Let me see how this goes. We're just going to leave it at that. That's on there. It feels tight. Hopefully it doesn't come off. If it gets kicked off, I'll secure it better. But that should do it. So you guys might know that this is the first bedroom that we finished in the home.
And you see this color that we did? I picked out this color, but in my mind I was envisioning a different color. And I thought this was going to be the color I wanted, but then it turned out like totally not what I wanted. So we're going to repaint the room.
And now, in all fairness, we gave it a chance because, you know, we don't want to just hastily start repainting the room after we just got done painting it.
Yeah.
So we give it a chance, and honestly, the color goes through a lot of variations on the video. It's not that bad. You can see right now it looks pretty light. Sometimes it looks very strong.
Like neon.
And so it's always hard to tell what it is. It's not bad, but it's just not, it's not what you wanted. And
I wanted more of a soft, like sea foamy type green, not this bright.
Right, it is a little bit harsh at times.
It reminds me of like mint ice cream or something.
Yeah, especially with the black. That's what I always think, mint chip.
Yeah.
So this is the mint chip room, and soon it's going to be transformed into a new color. What I want to do is tape off all the trim work so that we don't get any paint on it.
Yeah, we're not going to remove the trim except for a little bit.
On the baseboards, there's a base cap, and it's a decorative piece, and we can remove that. It'll give a better finish. So I'm going to pop the base caps off, tape everything, and then it's pretty simple. We're just going to get right into painting. Is that happening today?
Probably.
Let's see how much we can get done with prep work, and then we're going to transform the space. I know some of you guys like the color, and some of you guys hate the color. So we're just going to change it, and some of you guys will like the new color, and some of you guys won't like the new color. So that's just the way it is.
Yep.
And the main thing is that I hope that we like the new color.
Yeah.
Okay, while Evie is starting to take the covers off the outlets, I'm going to give you guys one more last look at the room. That's it. That's the color. That's the style. Here's the angle going out of the bedroom. It's going to be interesting. Now you're not going to notice a difference, but we just finished taping up all of the trim around the room. It might not seem like a big job, but I'll tell you, it took a long time and it took a lot of effort to get everything, all the crown, base, window, doors, all taped up. I think we're ready to paint. Well, we just finished up the first coat of this new paint job, and we're gonna let it dry overnight. It's getting late, it's getting dark. You can see already that it still has, even though it was deceiving, it was so deceiving seeing it go on the wall, it still has a little bit of that bluish, a little bit of that greenish in there, but it's muted down, way down. So let's see it in the daylight. Well guys, we made it back over to the mobile home. It is the next day, and we already put a second coat of paint on the end bedroom. While we're waiting for the paint to dry, I decided and made a decision that we are going to finish the closet ceiling. So just for reference, we're in the opposite end bedroom. And a lot of people keep commenting about this closet ceiling because I had left it unfinished, and that was intentional because I wanted to make sure I had access to this opening up here. But I've since made a decision that I don't need it anymore. I was going to put the mini split up here, and I decided not to do that. We're going to change our plans because it's not going to work well with the overall design of the room. So let's close it up. Oh, wow.
What?
Look how nice it lines up with the end panels there.
Wow, and you didn't even try.
Not by design, but those grooves line up pretty closely to the wall panel. That's cool. So there it is. The closet is done. You guys don't have to worry about that anymore. Now we will get a coat of white paint on that later on. We'll do that probably behind the scenes. I'm not worried about painting a closet ceiling. And we have crown molding pretty much ready to go for that. So we'll tidy that all up off camera and that closet will be done. Okay, let's see if we can put this trim back where it came from. This one goes here. I believe this one goes here. I think this one goes here. I'm trying to see if I can figure out where the trim goes. So far it looks okay. Get this one in. So let's put this here. I should be dusting these off.
Well, we can get that later. We'll put this in at the same time.
Yep. Are you ready for the final reveal? I mean, here it is. So here is the new room. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot better than Beach Blanket, which was the other color.
Let's open up the windows, get natural lighting here. And now you guys can see the color with the daylight coming in. And honestly, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure when you picked out this color if this was going to be another
Yeah, he was worried that it was going to be too blue, and I didn't want the room looking too green because the rug has a lot of green in it, and I think I chose a good color that just works.
But it actually works better with the rug than the old color. Let me show you the rug. So I don't know if you guys can capture it, but in the rug there was actually a lot of light blue and dark blue and obviously a lot of greens, and I feel like the blue works better with the wall color, and I think the curtains look better with this.
Yeah, the curtains didn't really look that great with the other color, but they look great with this one.
And you guys see, we went around the room, got all the trim back installed. We have the hole fill still, but everything's back together and you wouldn't even know we did a thing.
I'm glad it's over. Repainting a room is a hassle.
It's a hassle, but you guys have to remember, if you see us do something and you say it's a mistake, just remember that it can always be fixed.
Yeah.
It can always be changed. It's not the biggest deal in the world, and it's done. Even though it does seem like a hassle to pull trim off and do the whole works, I think it just makes such a difference. It's worth doing if you can. You notice some trim we left on, some trim we took off, just depending on how difficult it was going to be to paint around.
The base caps have like a very tiny top of it, so it would have been hard to tape like a little 1/8 inch piece of wood.
And get the paint down inside the channels of the wall.
Yeah, that's another thing. All these grooves that come down.
Yeah. Obviously, take the outlet covers off. So many people paint over their outlet covers, and that's annoying.
Take the covers off.
Prep work makes all the difference.
So in case anybody wants to know what color this is, it's called Sparkling Lake by Valspar.
So I guess that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.
Trying to show you guys all the angles. You can close it, it's fine. There it is. I still like these curtains.
Yeah.
A lot of people said they weren't private enough, but I think they're perfect.
All you can see is like shadowy figures moving.
Yeah.
But you can't really make out what's going on.
With the windows closed, the walls really take on more of a light blue.
Yeah.
I mean, they are light blue, but...
It's like a soft, beachy color.
Yeah.
Calming.
Cool.